Welcome to Tanya Meditation for Chapter 46. To start, take a moment to find a quiet space. Take a moment to get seated or find a position where you can focus and drop into yourself and be in touch with yourself without distractions. Clear anything from your lap or hands and take a moment to feel the ground underneath you. You may want to feel your feet on the ground and also just the weight of your body in the chair or whatever you're sitting on. After taking a moment just to feel your feet on the ground, just to feel the presence of your body in the chair, take a moment just to notice a few breaths. And as you take those breaths, allow yourself just to connect to yourself a little more and connect to your body a little more as well. If you notice your mind is going to other things or other thoughts or worries, as much as you can, just bring it back to the here and now. Just feel the sweetness of just dropping into your body, feeling it, feeling how it's doing, and just being in touch with it and noticing your breath as well. You could even pause this meditation now and take as much time as you need till you feel you're more or less present and ready to go further. When you're ready, as you're in touch with your body though, see if you can engage your imagination. And imagine yourself, but particularly when you are in a bad state, maybe your most broken or unimpressive state that you've ever been in, when you are the most lost or the least confidence or feeling the least beautiful or the least put together. Maybe think of a time in your life when you felt that way. And now imagine if at that point, someone who you respect the most in the world, or someone who commands the most respect, maybe think of like the President of the United States or a celebrity, a world celebrity, or anyone who really feels like the most out of reach. And imagine if as you were in this broken state or just least confident state, they were passing by in their car and stopped by right in front of you and told their entourage to stop, and they got out of the car and took you by the hand and said, "Welcome, come into my car with me." And for no reason, they just took you in the limo with them, if it's the president or this celebrity, and said, "You know what, you'll be joining with me now." And they take you shopping, or they take you then out for a beautiful dinner. For no apparent reason, they say, "You know what, you'll stay in the suite with me in my hotel," and just takes you in then to their home, shows you their kitchen, their bedroom, and just makes this most intimate connection with you and really shows you their most personal sides and uplifts you and takes care of you just in the most loving way. what would happen then, you can feel, is like just a sense of being moved or gratitude to this person. Like, wow, why are the fact you taking me out and you letting me into your house and giving me all this special attention. Oftentimes when there's someone who we really respect, if they just, look at us or just, maybe even reply to a text or, maybe we respond to their Instagram, we feel so touched by it. So imagine if so much more, if they actually, if they took you in or paid off all your debts and said, you know what, I'll just take care of anything you need and I'll help you out. Think how much in awe we would be of them, or how moved or melted our heart would be to them. Now let's go one step further and taking away from a human being and imagining God himself, who's so much greater than any president or any celebrity, who really created these infinite worlds. God has the power to create reality itself, who created human beings. He was able to create not just one world, but infinite worlds and infinite angels. And they're all to him. He's so great that they're all really so insignificant to him because just of how great he is, because he's beyond it all. Think about the in comparison of one word compared to the ability that you have in your brain or being to say words. Our ability to say words is endless. So one word compared to that ability to say words is incomparable. It's like infinite regarding the finite. That's how God is regarding creation. And think of that infinite being, so much more than a president or so much more than a celebrity. Really sending out his hand to you and saying, I want to connect to you, and not just be a friend, but in the most intimate way, like the most intimate lovers. Like we know the angels say, Aye mikom kavodo, where is God's glory? And we answer, his glory is melo kol haaretz kavodo. It fills the whole world, but how does it fill them? Im am Yisrael, Hem Yisrael amo. It's the Jewish people. And it's not God just inviting us into his house or just into his bedroom. It's a chance for really a unity, deeper even than the sexual union of a man with his wife. That's what God is offering. When we say the words of Torah, it's like our lips are kissing God. When we understand Torah or understand his will, it's like our essences are being bound up in the deepest embrace. And when we do a mitzvah, it's like we're having a hug and an embrace on the deepest physical level. You can think that the kind mitzvahs, the ones can be split into those of chesed, din, and rachamim, which represent the right and left hands and the body that are all involved in that hug. And to take this analogy further, really before we do any mitzvah, we say the words, Asher kidishanu b'mitzvotav. You sanctified us with this mitzvah. And that word kidishanu is the same thing that a man does with a wife, where he says, Harayat mikudeshet li. You are unique to me now. We can now have this unique union. And that's really what God asked for when he came down on one foot. And when we were in our lowest state in Egypt, God proposed to us and said, come, be my wife. Let us have the most deepest sexual union, so to speak, through doing the mitzvot, through learning Torah. It's like a kiss on the lips and a union of spirit, a union of essences binding into one. And we taking these words further of Mikudesh, God is saying, I am really unreachable, but I'm lifting you up to connect to me now. That's what I'm saying. Harayat Mukudeshet. You are now one with me. Even really, I'm inaccessible. And so too, now you are different from all others. Take a minute to let this image sink in a little bit. This infinite God who's so inaccessible, who gets down on one knee when we were really at our lowest place, or even in our own lives now, at any place, he's saying, come be with me. Come bind to me. Through the Torah, when you learn the Torah, which my essence there, our essences can be united. It's like we're coming into the bedroom. When we do a mitzvah, it's like we're having the deepest hug. And God's saying, I'm accessible to you. I want you. Even though at first it seems he's so infinite. See how that, if you sit with that, and within the backdrop, this vision of how it'll feel just if a person did that. And see if it adds an openness or an aliveness or maybe an awe with this sense of what it could be for us to move into relationship with Hashem through the mitzvot or the Torah. And to know that this is so true, this reality is so true, that even if you don't feel it or don't believe it, this God's oneness and holiness is with you. That's why if there's someone doing a mitzvah, the Shekhinah is there. You have to get up in his presence, even if he doesn't believe it or feel anything. And this is true in the level of time as well. When a holiday comes in, God's unity with us in that moment is so true that even if you don't believe it, even if you don't care about it, even if you're not holding there at all, God's reaching out so that that holiness applies to everyone. So if you don't keep it, in a way, it's like we're turning our back to Hashem if we don't keep the Pesach or we don't keep the Shabbat. Because it's irrelevant of where you're holding or if you're sensitive enough to feel it. God is just there, so present. So think about that. How God really just gets down on that one knee to us. If we feel it or not, if we're deserving of it or not. Something that's so beyond the worlds. Something so beyond, so much more than a president or a celebrity, which are just people. Something so much more than that. And offering a unity so much more than just, doing a selfie together or a hug together. Really the most deepest bond. And that's God getting down on one knee for us from his greatness. Sit with that a little bit. See what you feel inside. See physically what you notice in your heart. See if that gestures leave you shifted or changed in any way, or a sense of yearning to connect more than before.